Hi, it's HBG. Welcome Barbies, Kens, and non-binary friends to another ASMR unboxing. We are officially jumping right into the holidays today with our first advent calendar of the season, and this is one I am very excited for. Here we have the official Wicked advent calendar with 25 days of surprises. This is still wrapped in the plastic it came in. I have not taken even one peek at it yet, so let me get this unwrapped and we'll take the first look together. And here we are. So first impressions, I love the cover. I've seen derivatives of this design on all the official merch lines for Wicked, so definitely want to take a moment to tip my hat to the graphic designers. And before we go any further, I do feel the need to give a potential spoiler warning. Although I have no idea what to expect from this advent calendar, I can already tell from the cover alone that there will be at least some references to the new movie Wicked for Good. Now, if you're anything like me and you're already very familiar with the stage production of Wicked, I don't feel like this will spoil anything for you at all, really. So with that being said, let's open this up and take a look inside. And wow, this is so beautiful. And by the look of this calendar, I'm predicting that it will be more stationery focused. I think I paid around $30 for this on Amazon, which seems pretty reasonable so far. There is a premium version for $125, but that was a bit over budget for me personally. I will try to link both below in case you're interested in taking a look for yourself. And I think that's enough yapping. Let's get started with day one. And we're starting off strong with some very pink, very sweet Glinda and Fiyero artwork. I think I was expecting something more Glinda themed based on the art, but obviously this is reading very Elphaba coded. And if you've seen the Broadway show, this is a very interesting choice for day one. So to all the seasoned Wicked fans, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments about this. I figured we would get at least a magnet or two with this calendar, but as far as magnets go, I do really like this one and I will be putting it on my fridge. Let's move on to day two. We have some lovely art depicting what I believe is dear old Shiz, the university where Glinda and Elphaba's paths cross for the first time. Here is our second item. It is a sticker sheet. As a sticker collector, I am not mad about this at all, but I do hope we get to see some higher quality stickers as well. There's Elphaba, a flying monkey, Dulcibert, Glinda, Dr. Dillamond, some green elixirs, butterflies, the cowardly lion all grown up. This one says Unbreakable Bond, the silhouettes of Glinda and Elphaba, the Emerald City, and I think this last one has to be Kyamako. On to day three. This one has a lovely bubble design reminiscent of Glinda. Alright, our third item is a pencil. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be Shiz coded, maybe Fiyero. Actually, now that I'm looking at it more closely, I can see the outline of Kyamako along with a key and Elphaba's hat. So for day three, we have a Kyamako pencil. And now on to day four. Lots of purple swirls, almost spiral staircase-like imagery. Not sure what this one symbolizes. For our fourth item, we have Munchkinland's famous Tulip Fair. This is a gorgeous piece of artwork. It says, "Welcome to Munchkinland" on the back with a big M. Looks like it's a mini notepad of some kind. Not very functional though. I will likely repurpose this one for its cover art. It's interesting to me that most of the tulips we see in the opening sequence of the first Wicked movie are actually real tulips. I can't remember how many they planted, but I know it was in like the millions. And now on to day five. Set the monkeys free. Definitely very Elphaba coded. Let's see what's inside. Our fifth item is a window cling. I quite like this one. I think the design is pretty. I love butterflies. I do hope it can be used as a regular sticker since I can't really see myself using it on a window. I may just keep it as part of my sticker collection anyway. Now it's time for day 6. This one is decorated with Elphaba's broomstick. We have our first pin, or more specifically, first button. I did expect to see some pins in this calendar, but I was hoping they would be better quality than this. And hopping on over to day 7, the Marvelous Land of Oz. This has what looks like a map of the different states or regions within Oz. Item number 7 is a Glinda-themed coaster. Looks like it's made of corkboard. Lovely portrait of Miss Ariana Grande as Glinda. Great for ASMR, but not very practical otherwise. On to day 8. This one has some hot air balloon iconography surrounded by what looks like the phases of the moon. It's actually 3 Glindified paper clips. Yet another item that, although cute, just isn't very practical. On to day 9. I love the Dulcibert theme, the brooms, the elixirs, the foliage. Item number 9 is a heat-sensitive sticker. I've actually never seen anything like this, so it at least gets some points for novelty. I'm not sure if I can get this to work right now, so I'll just insert an image here of what it's supposed to look like. We've reached day 10, where we can see more tulips representing Marvelous Munchkin Land. Item number 10 here is something of a spoiler, but not really since it was already revealed in the trailer. These do open up, but I am not sure why. The Cowardly Lion, poor guy. Like, are we to believe that Fiyero just left him in the woods? That scene in the movie always makes me laugh because he literally just grabs the lion cub and dips. Like, where did he go? And finally, the Scarecrow himself, but I won't say any more about that. On to day 11. This one says, Made in Oz. Item 11 is a golden wicked keychain. My guess is it could be brass or at least brass coated. My partner actually works in the metal recycling industry, so I'll ask him. I think it's a good quality item. It's just a bit basic. Now on to day 12. This one depicts Elphaba's bag that holds the grimoire. As we've seen, the art does not always reflect the item, so let's see what's in here. Item 12 is another sticker. Now this one I love. We see Elphaba riding her broom, flanked by flying monkeys, with the text, "Go on, you're free, fly, fly." We are just about halfway through now. Next up is Lucky Day 13. Here we see intertwining letters, E and G. Item 13 is another magnet. She's so good. I'm thinking that must be about Glinda. The shoe design reminds me a lot of the shoes that Nessa Rose receives as a gift from her father. So maybe this is more Nessa coded? I'm not entirely sure. On to day 14. This one says, Her goodness will protect you. So her goodness, we can assume that's Glinda, but protect who from what exactly? That remains unanswered. So here we have what looks like a Fiyero magnet. Actually, I think it might be a bookmark, like a magnetic bookmark. He's in his Captain of the Guard uniform. Let's jump on over to day 15. Again, we see this theme of intertwining letters, Glinda and Elphaba. For item 15, we have a holographic art card. This is pretty cool. We see Elphaba, her face is partially obscured. She's walking down the yellow brick road, broom in hand, sort of a spooky, ominous forest in the background. I wonder if that is a specific location we'll get to see more of in the movie. Now on to day 16, another Glinda and Elphaba themed day. It is a sticky notepad. I always keep sticky notes at my desk, so even though the design is a bit plain, I'll definitely get a lot of use out of this item. On to day 17. Who wants to bet it's another button? And indeed it is. We now have a Glindified button to match the Elphaba button. For day 18, we see the silhouette of Kiamako and what looks like flying monkeys in the sky. We have another coaster this time featuring Elphaba. I do like the designs on these, but I can't see them really holding up well as actual coasters. Maybe I can turn them into magnets or something like that. Time for day 19. All right, more art cards. Munchkinland's famous Tulip Fair poster. They do open up and are blank inside like the other ones. This one says, "Welcome to Shiz." Ah yes, and Kiamako confirmed with the tagline, "The perfect hideaway." I, for one, am very excited to see this location in the film. Now we're on to day 20. It reads, "Fly, fly with a blue feather." All right, it's another fridge magnet that reads, "I couldn't be lovelier." And this is indeed a lovely design. I love how they've been heavily associating Glinda with this like purpley indigo color. I'm really interested to learn more about the symbolism in that because I believe there must be some kind of meaning behind that. Let's move on to day 21, which means we are nearing the end of this calendar. It took me a minute to recognize this, but I think it's the platform that Glinda lands on in her bubble when she visits Munchkinland. This is not quite what I was expecting. I mean, I get the sentiment, you know, it's a friendship bracelet. They were besties. Makes sense. Like, I know for $30 we can't be expecting that much, but it just kind of feels like they ran out of ideas for this day. Let's move on to day 22. This one has a nice little holiday vibe to it. It's more paper clips. You know, I really feel like the best advent calendars master the art of like building the anticipation. And I have to say, this is disappointing this late in the calendar. Like, again, at this price point, we can't really be expecting too much, but paper clips on day 22, that's kind of crazy. And now for day 23, only 2 left after this. We got washi tapes. These are definitely something I could see myself using. One has the Glinda theme with the crown and the wand. And the other is Elphaba themed with the hat and the broom. On to the second to last day, day 24. This one reads, "I heart EC." And our 24th item is an embroidered Oz patch. The quality on this is pretty decent. It does not appear to be iron-on. I'm not sure where I would put this though, so please let me know if you have any suggestions. And now for the final day, day 25. I do appreciate that this calendar was 25 days as opposed to only 24, and this does seem like the largest item. Our final item is a Shiz themed bookmark. It's got an elastic band and metallic Shiz emblem. Now, personally, I am not a huge fan of this type of bookmark, but I could see this being very useful for those who do a lot of reading or journaling. I think it would have been such a great idea to include a full-size journal with this calendar, like even if they had to raise the price by a few dollars. But as far as advent calendars go, I felt like this one was pretty par for the course at this price point. What I really appreciate the most is the artistic theming, and many of the items felt well designed, even if they were a bit basic at times. So overall, now that I have everything laid out here, I think it's a decent value for what you get, and I think this would make a great gift for any Wicked obsessed stationery lover. I would love to hear your thoughts, what you liked or didn't like about this calendar. Always love chatting with you all in the comments. And make sure to stay tuned for more advent calendars and holiday unboxings, including the return of my ASMR Advent series featuring 24 days of surprises. I am so excited. We're going to be doing it for the 3rd year in a row, and I have some really fun things planned. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And as always, thanks for watching.